One.
Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
Sir,
evening.
which exercise doubts will you be taking today? The whole booklet?
Should be the whole booklet. Gravitation is a small chapter.
Yes,
One
sir.
of the students typed exercise 4 ka question number 10. They say they have got only one doubt. Kindly clear it in the start. So I just do that one problem in the start. Exercise 4 ka question number 10. Don't type exercise 4 doubts that way. Don't type, no, this is the trouble. Everybody is typing one problem of exercise 4. ऐसा नहीं हो. You'll have to start with exercise 1. Right. 1 second, wait. NAPJC 1 students. Please tell me if I have done. Binary star system in your batch.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Do we have students from any other batch here?
Sir, flagship batch.
Sir, flagship.
Flagship, have I done binary star system?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It seems I forgot in NAPJC 1, 2.
Sir, you did it in Udar as well.
Yeah, generally I don't forget. I don't know how that happened. Now, 1 second. Exercise 4, I'll solve 2 problems. First is the 10th problem, right? And then I'll go to exercise 1. I will start from exercise 1. Just 2 problems of exercise 4, let me solve. A man can jump over 4-meter wide trench on earth. That means his R maximum is at 45 degree. U square by G. This is 4. U is root over of 4G. This is root 40. He can jump with a velocity of root 40. Now, if mean density of an imaginary planet is twice that of Earth, calculate the maximum possible radius so that he may escape with this velocity. That is a planet whose mean density. So what will small g be equal to? 4 by 3 pi. Mean density is how much? Is twice that of Earth. 2 rho 4 by 3 pi rho g r. You are asking me for this radius of that planet. You are asking me for the radius of that planet. On that planet, g is g dash. 2 times 4 by 3 pi rho g radius of the planet. Right? This will be g dash. Now, what will be the escape velocity from this? Escape velocity is root over of 2 g dash r. Escape velocity should be root over of 40. This is my velocity with which I should be able to escape from that particular planet. Right? Substitute g dash here. The root over of 2 times. G dash is 8 by 3 pi rho g r of the planet. This is root 40. You know small g is 4 by 3 pi rho g r of Earth. Divide both the equations, these densities will go and you will get radius of planet in terms of radius of Earth. This is radius of Earth. It is given to you as 6,400 kilometers. Divide both, your job will be done. 11th problem actually I did in the class for you people. As 11th, it's okay.
Sir, it should be under root RP squared, right?
Yes, sir. RP square, right?
Right?
Yes.
The 12th one also.
It's 11. 8.
Sir, you can erase.
Now, 11th one I have done in the class. You people didn't observe this. If this is u and theta, didn't I ask you what is the maximum height to which it rises? Did we deal with this in the class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's it. He gave you velocity as root over of 1.5 gm.
So
Right.
we had to make a quadratic and then solve it, but sir,
Find
I'm
the
not
height to
getting the
which
right
the
answer.
body will rise. Take this as small r. Conservation of energy at these 2 points and conservation of angular moment. We have done this exactly the same thing. You have it in your class notes. Right?
Yes, sir.
Conservation of energy and conservation of angular moment. Now, 12th problem may assume that a tunnel is dug across the earth, passes through the center, find the time a particle takes to reach the center of the earth, is projected into the tunnel from the surface of earth with the speed needed for it to escape gravitational field of earth. Now, this is very unfair that you people are asking me this.
सर HCV का प्रॉब्लम जैसे करना है ना?
Exactly, same. You are firing this with under root 2 GR. HCV gave root over of GR. You are asking me the time it takes to go till here. Consider a hypothetical planet such that you drop a body from here, it will have a velocity of same density. It will have a velocity of under root 2 GR. Find out the radius of this hypothetical planet. Draw the phasor. And in the phasor, time taken by the phasor to come from here till here. Do you recollect this?
हाँ
Yes,
अभी
sir.
याद आया
यस
सर
सर क्लास में किया था.
Class में किया हुआ है. Same problems you people are asking.
Sir, in NAPJC 1, 2, we haven't done anything. like
Yes, sir. we
Yes,
didn't
sir,
do
you
this
haven't done
one,
these
sir.
sums in NAPJC
Sir, we
1.
didn't do this.
This we haven't done.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can you people make a note of this? Binary star system and this phasor representation.
We taught the phasor representation, but we didn't do any sum on that.
This problem typically I project this with a velocity of under root GR.
Not done, sir.
When is our next lecture?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The moment I start the lecture, first remind me, I'll do those two and then only we will go ahead.
So can you do the 9th one also?
Ninth one is binary star system. To the other kids, I didn't teach this. I have to wait for this. That is exactly binary star system.
So 8th one, please.
Eighth one is playing a practical joke with you. Field inside the cavity is constant, right?
Yes, sir.
So V equal to U plus 80. Field is constant, force is constant. Force is constant, acceleration is constant. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Eighth one, what is the field inside the cavity? Rho R by 3 epsilon naught. What is R equal to R by 2? Distance between the two centers.
Yes, sir.
Now once I know the
Sir,
field,
epsilon naught will be for electrostatics.
electrostatics, sorry. This will be for 4 by 3 pi rho G R. R in this case is R by 2. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
R is
Yes,
the
sir.
distance between the two centers of the cavity. I have done this. Have I done this or not? Small r.
Yes.
Field
Yes,
inside.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here the R is R by 2. I know field. Force is M into field. This is equal to mass into acceleration. So I know the acceleration. Field is constant, force is constant, acceleration is constant. V square is equal to U square plus 2VAS.
So but the direction will keep changing now.
Field is constant, both magnitude and direction. Field is constant, it will be in this particular direction inwards. Both magnitude and direction. If not, I would have told you it is the magnitude of field which is constant and direction will change. Direction will not change, it will remain constant. आपने ये तो डायरेक्शन कैलकुलेट किया है वेक्टर समेशन यूज करके. This is y, this is x. X minus y is r. It will depend only on r, and if r is fixed, direction is fixed.
Sir,
Hello?
sir, could we have done this by writing as like kinetic energy at the point at the center of the main sphere is equal to the work done by gravitational force?
It's no difference. Why will I put in so much labor?
So energy conservation से बहुत लंबा गया.
सही में
What you can do? होगा. अरे यार ये तो दो स्टेप में आ जाएगा. Acceleration
Sir,
constant है भाई साहब. Don't miss on it. That is the key catch.
Yes, sir.
They are
So
making
we
it
go in a
so-
parabolic path, right?
Why?
The acceleration is right to left and the velocity is downwards.
नहीं.
It
Where
is
is it?
released.
Released from rested point weight.
It would go in the direction of acceleration only, na?
You release I release a particle here. Which direction will it go? In the direction of acceleration,
Okay.
right?
But
So here
gravity,
acceleration is towards towards the center. So the particle will go this way.
but what about gravity? Should also be pulled down. Na?
There is only one gravity here. If not, he'll tell you it is kept on the Earth's surface. Where on the Earth's surface?
Oh, okay.
Only one sphere and a gravity. The simpler you think, the better. देखो कितना complication आपने introduce किया, इतना simple सा question में Earth's gravity ले लिया, direction of the field change कर दिया, अब energy conservation ले आया. Why? Because exercise 4 है, psychological. That is exercise 4 problem. So think as complicated as possible. Keep in mind, think as simple as possible.
So when we consider a shell, is it a hollow sphere or a solid sphere?
Shell is always a hollow sphere. Shell technically is a hollow sphere. Shell. She sells seashells on the seashore. कभी सुना है?
हाँ.
हाँ सर, बहुत बार.
बचपन में.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So,
Seashells. कभी देखा है आपने?
हाँ.
They will
Yes,
be
sir.
hollow.
Yes, sir.
They'll be hollow.
Hmm.
Exercise 1. Follow.
So ninth, D is a dot. I think it's wrong.
So fifth.
12, 13.
the
Sir,
fifth,
question 5.
So 7.
the question 8, the 8th and
20.
9th.
24.
31. 30.
22nd.
So 16.
34.
20th,
So 29.
20,
The question 17.
Sir, 10th.
the question 20.
So 26.
13 है ना यार, कोई 13 बोल रहा है या 30 बोल रहा है?
Sir, 19. 19.
अरे भाई 1330 के बारे में पूछ रहा हूँ तो 19 को.
1.
Right.
So 26.
2, 3.
0,
24.
So 26.
32.
20.
23. हाँ सर.
Sir, 34.
सब है सर, सब है.
पहले ये कर देंगे.
So 33 also, please. Please.
So 35.
Fifth question.
So 32 also,
Question is
please.
a practical joke. 1 second. Fifth question is a practical joke played by them. Center of mass of these two masses, where will it be? It will be here,
Yes, sir.
right? Center of mass will be here. Now, center of gravity. How do you calculate center of gravity? Vector sum, just as you calculated GACM, M1 A1. Instead of A1, you will have G1. M2 G2. This is G1. This is GCM. Right? M1 plus M2. But listen, at this point, what is the force acting on it? 0.
0.
On this, I will have the force of mg. There is one point object and mg is acting on it. So where will center of gravity lie? This
R by
point
2.
object पर there is no gravitational force. This problem has got nothing to do with the
R.
calculations of center of gravity. This problem is a practical joke. On this, there is no gravitational force and this is a point object on which gravity is acting. So if it is a point object on which gravity is acting, its center of gravity will lie in itself.
Yes.
Center of mass is here.
So R by 2 आ जाएगा.
The moment you people read this question, you'll think we are not taught center of gravity here. This is what
Yes, sir, got
nothing to do with
confused.
center of gravity.
So, but even then, like the denominator won't be only M1, right?
Denominator will be.
So, like I didn't get how will it be R?
No, you are not calculating GCM. Acceleration of center of mass नहीं calculate कर. You are finding the position of the center of gravity. You are not finding out the acceleration of center of gravity. You are finding out the position. This, there is no gravitational force. There is a point object here on which gravity is acting. So center of gravity will be acting at the same point.
Oh, okay, sir.
Now 7 is a slightly tedious problem. This we can understand. R by 2 and this distance is 2r. So technically
3R.
3r. Okay. This is 3r. Now technically the total field here due to the complete sphere minus the field because of the removed sphere. Right? F1 and F2. A uniform sphere of solid sphere of uniform density and radius r applies a gravitational force of attraction F1 on a particle placed at a distance of 3r. Spherical cavity of r by 2 is known. Now F1, how do I calculate? G capital M by 3r whole square into small. Right? Now a spherical cavity of radius r by 2 is now made in the sphere as shown. Now what will F2 be equal to? F2 will be the new field. It will be G capital M by 3r whole square minus G. What will be the mass of this removed part? M by
8.
8. G M by 8 divided by, what is this distance? 3r minus r by 2. 3r minus r by 2. 5r by 2. Say something.
Yes, sir.
This is the field at this point because of the complete sphere minus
5r by 2 whole square.
5r by 2 whole square. That's the field. Now he is asking of the ratio of these two. That should not be difficult thereof. F2 by F1 or F1 by F2. कुछ तो पूछ रहा है.
Answer.
Can I rub the board?
Yes.
Eight. Mass and diameter of a planet are twice that of Earth. What will be the time period of oscillation of pendulum on this planet if it is a seconds pendulum on Earth? First of all, seconds
सर इसमें
pendulum.
आंसर की प्रॉब्लम आ रही है.
Seconds
sir.
pendulum has a time period of 2 seconds by definition. Time period is 2 pi under root L by G. G on Earth is Gm by R square. Now G dash, what does he say on the planet? Mass and diameter of the planet are twice that of Earth. G 2m by 2r whole square. This is Gm by 2r square. So new time period is 2 pi under root L by G dash. Divide both. G is Gm by r square. Here I will have this. Now this is 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 pi will go, L will go. This will be root over of G dash by G. Root over of G dash is Gm by 2r square divided by Gm by r square. This is 1 by root. So by T dash, right, is equal to 1 by root. My calculations. T dash is 2 root 2. What is the answer given?
So it's 2.
Let's do root 2 only.
That's correct.
We took
Yes,
second
sir.
pendulum as 1 second.
Yeah.
Hence, pendulum, 9th standard may I remember having learned that it has 2 seconds. People who took 1 second as seconds pendulum will take 10 sit-ups and send me the video.
So the name is misleading.
So I didn't understand.
That's why in geography class, Adha Ghanta we were taught in 1983. Seconds pendulum is 2 seconds.
So can you please explain this again?
What
The
explanation
seconds
do you need in
pendulum
this?
part.
Seconds pendulum definition is it has a time period of 2 seconds. Now, time period of a simple pendulum, you are aware 2 pi under root L by G.
Hmm.
G is Gm by R square.
Yes, sir.
G dash, tell me your doubt in it. I don't understand what can be a doubt in this.
No, my doubt was the seconds pendulum part.
Right, 2 seconds. Tell me when I can rub the board.
So you can rub the board.
Nine. Particle of mass m is at a distance a from the surface of a thin spherical shell of equal mass and having radius a. Gravitational field and potential both are 0 at the center of the shell. No. At the center of the shell, because of capital M, it is 0. Capital M will give me 0 field inside. This capital M will give me non-zero field here. This capital M will give me 0 field here. Why will this give me 0 field? This will give me non-zero field here. So field net will not be 0. Potential to 0. Your doubt is inside the shell, field will be 0. Field because of capital M is 0 everywhere inside. Because of this, why will it be 0? It will not be 0. Potential also will not be 0. Ninth question, have I addressed your doubt?
Yes, sir. I didn't take the small particle m into consideration, so that's why.
Small particle will produce a field inside and as well potential. Then 3-point masses moving in a circle, not square. This I have done in the class. 3-point masses moving in a circle. Now, this force I will call it as F1. This force I will call it as F2. This will be the resultant of F1 and F2. If I take this to be theta and theta, F1 cos theta plus F2 cos theta will provide the required centripetal force.
So do we always have to take it to be equilateral triangle?
Naturally,
Why?
it's always they are identical masses, 3-point masses moving in a circle. If they would have been different masses, then the symmetry will be different.
Oh. So like if there are 4 points, then it has to be a square.
Way. Provided
Okay.
the masses are
Same.
identical.
Identical. Okay.
Twelfth question. A satellite revolves in the geostationary orbit, but in the direction of east to west. Earth rotates in which direction?
West to east.
West to east.
The time interval between successive C. A simple logic to you. I wish I had a sphere here, some ball. Listen, if this is Earth and it is rotating this way, if a satellite is going in the direction of Earth's rotation in geostationary satellite, so this person will see the satellite always at rest. Now what is happening is Earth is rotating this way and the satellite is moving in the opposite direction. So when the satellite crosses this point, right, satellite is also going with a time period of 24 hours. Earth is also going with a time period of 24 hours. Angular velocity of both of them are the same. Angular velocity of both of them are the same. Right? See, if Earth was at rest, I'll put it this way, I'll make it more simple for you. Earth was at rest. How much time will it take for the satellite to go from one end to the other end?
24 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours.
Complete circle 24 hours. From one side to diametrically, the other side will be.
12 hours.
12 hours.
Now, because Earth is also rotating, now the man standing here in 12 hours will come here.
Yes.
I'll put it this way. Can you see this broken part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the broken part is facing me. This is Earth and somebody is standing on the broken part. They are seeing me. Now this is rotating in this direction and I am rotating in the opposite direction. By the time the broken part came to this side, I am on this side. So the person standing on the broken part will see me again after 12 hours.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What's
sir.
the point? Now satellite revolves in the geostationary satellite or orbit, but in a direction east to west. Earth is rotating between west to east. Time interval between its successive passing about a point on the equator. By the time Earth rotates by half the distance, satellite will cover half the distance and again come over that particular point. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
12 hours is the answer.
Sir, but then how can we call it a geostationary satellite? Because it should also rotate along with the Earth, right? Along with the time period being 24
He
hours.
said it is going in geostationary orbit. That means at a distance where the time period is 24 hours.
Okay.
Orbit. It is in that orbit, but in the opposite direction.
So for geostationary orbit, मतलब geostationary satellite, it's only possible over the equator, right?
Right.
So why?
Because in any other orbit, this will be the orbit,
Yeah.
right? This will go this way and the satellite is going this way.
Yes, sir.
Geostationary means it should be at rest with respect to this.
Right.
It cannot have an
Okay.
orbit like this. If it is orbit like this, it will be oscillate. Always this force towards the center of the Earth will provide the required centripetal.
Okay, sir.
Particle starts from rest at a distance of r from the center and along the axis of a fixed ring of radius or mass, and its velocity at the center of the ring is conservation of energy. This is capital M, right? R. This is small m. Particle starts from at a distance of r. So the total energy here, kinetic energy is 0. Potential energy is K बोल electrostatics are here. Minus G capital M by root over of R square plus X square. How much is X? R. This is the potential energy initially. When it is passing through the center, you are asking me kinetic energy is half mv square. Potential energy will be minus G capital M small m by root over of R square plus 0 square. Equate both of them, will I get the velocity?
Yes, sir.
And apply the limit small m is much lesser than capital M, which I don't think you'll have to apply anywhere. He just made sure that small m is much lesser so that capital M remains fixed. Tell me when I can rub the board.
So you may erase.
Two planets A and B have the same material density. The radius of A is twice that of B. In the ratio of their escape velocity is root over of 2gr. And what is G equal to? 4 by 3 pi rho gr. Now he's saying two planets A and B have the same material density. The radius of A is twice. Radius of A, G of A, radius of A, G of A. escape velocity of B will be root over of GB by R, GB into R. And what is GB equal to? 4 by 3 pi rho GRB. Now substitute GA, GB here and take the ratio VA, VB. GA, GB में everything will get common. 2 and 2 will go. This is RA squared and RA and RA. So it will be root over of RA by RB. Answer क्या है इसका? आंसर क्या है?
A2.
2V.
RA is 2 times RB बोल रहा है, right?
हाँ 2.
Not a fair doubt. Why do you people have a trouble dividing things? I don't understand. Division ढंग से कर लिया करो. An artificial satellite of the Earth releases a packet. If air resistance is neglected, the point where the packet will hit, why will it hit the ground here? A nut or a bolt released from a satellite has the same velocity as that of the orbital velocity of the satellite.
Yes, sir.
And satellite ka mass and size does not matter. What is orbital velocity? Orbital velocity is root over of Gm by R. Now, where is mass of the satellite? This is mass of what? Mass of satellite है ही नहीं. हमसे देख लो फॉर्मूला. उल्लू बना रहा है उल्लू आप लोग. So anything released from a satellite will also become a satellite. It will not hit the Earth. Tell me when I can rub the board. This is close to what? 19. Magnitude of the potential energy per unit mass of an object on the surface of Earth is E. Then the escape velocity of the planet. Magnitude of the potential energy per unit mass of the object at the surface of Earth. What is potential energy? Minus G capital N small m by R. That means if I am bringing potential energy per unit mass, it is Gm by R. No, potential energy ka, very technically the word magnitude is not a very appropriate language, but generally they use that to tell you not to take the negative sign. Potential energy as it is, if you take, you must be taking the negative sign here. You agree with that? Potential energy per unit mass. This is telling you is capital E. Then the escape velocity of the object. Escape velocity of the object is 2 Gm by R. Gm by R is E. Root over of 2E is the escape velocity.
So potential energy per unit mass is potential only, right?
Exactly. Potential energy per unit mass technically is called potential. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Twenty-three. Sorry, 20. Suppose a smooth tunnel is dug along a straight line joining 2 points on the surface of Earth and the particle is dropped from rest at its one end. Assume that the mass of Earth is uniformly distributed over its volume. Particle will emerge from the other end with a velocity of root over Particle is dropped, right? It will come to zero velocity on the other end. 20th May, which bit do you have a doubt? A, B, C, D, May. Which one do you want to explain? You drop a body, it will come to the other side with velocity 0. You are conserving energy. 20th, जिसका भी doubt है, tell me which bit? A, B, C, D.
So the D part.
The acceleration of the particle will be proportional to its distance from midpoint of the tunnel. Acceleration of the particle will be proportional to the distance from the midpoint of the tunnel, obviously.
So it will be
Acceleration
inverse proportion, no?
inside. Inside, what is the field? Gmx upon rq. Field is directly proportional to x. Field and acceleration will always be the same value.
Oh, right.
So with there will be negative.
Field and acceleration will be the same. Field m into field will be this into m. Now equate this force to mass into acceleration. Acceleration will be gmx upon rq. So acceleration is directly proportional to x. It's true.
So potential energy won't be zero at the center.
Potential energy of the particle will be zero at the center. Bilkul nahi. What is the expression for potential at the center
Oh,
of a
sorry,
solid?
sir. It is GM
Gm
by
by 2r cube 3r square minus 0 square. This
sorry, sir.
simple small m is potential energy. Don't forget this expression. They'll play with this very frequently.
So
So
this
it is
an
necessary
SHM,
to
right?
I couldn't hear to both of you. One after one, please.
So this is an SHM, right? So can't I say that acceleration is proportional to minus x, and minus x means inverse proportion, no?
मैडम ज्यादा पढ़ रहे हो, थोड़ा स्ट्रेस कम करो. Acceleration directly proportional to minus x is not inversely proportional to x. This is x to the power minus 1. क्या हालत बना के रखा है अपने आप का.
इससे direct proportion भी तो नहीं कह सकते ना इसको. When x is increasing, acceleration is decreasing.
डायरेक्शन उल्टा है भाई.
Acceleration is a vector. X and acceleration are in opposite direction.
So magnitude में it's direct proportional.
You are taking the negative sign, which we do for potential. V1 greater than V2. Here vectors में negative sign has not got something to do with the value. I understood. You want to tell me, I understood. You want to tell me minus 2 is greater than minus 3.
Yes.
Right. But as far as the vector is concerned, the minus will not have any significance. It says only the direction.
So for the total energy of body, we took the negative sign into consideration.
Say that again.
For the total energy of satellite,
100%
we took the negative.
Because total energy is a scalar. Scalar में negative sign has a significance. Vector में negative sign also has a significance, but it's only about the direction, not the value.
Okay, so we only take the value in the proportion. Okay.
100%.
So it is necessary to dig the tunnel across the center, through the center.
We have even calculated the time period when it is not across the center. You got 84.6 minutes. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, in this case, they said, suppose a smooth tunnel is dug along a straight line joining 2 points on the surface of Earth and a particle is dropped. Okay, here he did not insist that it should pass through the center. But even if it doesn't pass through the center, will anything change? Because we have found that it is SHM, right? We have proved that.
Yes, sir.
Tell me when I can rub the board.
So acceleration will be maximum at the circumference, right?
Circumference.
Okay.
Any SHM may acceleration will be maximum at the extreme positions. Any SHM. If you people recollect while introducing SHM, I said here acceleration is maximum and velocity is 0. Here acceleration is maximum and velocity is 0. Here acceleration is 0, velocity is maximum. Should be equal to a omega. याद आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I got confused with the minus sign. Sorry.
हाँ. (22) Consider the two configurations of a system of three particles of masses. Work done by external agent in changing the configuration. Delta U. Delta U will be the work done by the external agent. U final minus U initial is the work done. I will write U final, you write the U initial. U final is minus G 2M into M divided by A. Minus G 2M into M divided by A. Sorry, 3M. 2M and M, 2M and 3M. Right? Minus G M and 3M. M and 3M divided by A. This is the expression for U final. Can you write for U initial exactly the same way? Say something.
Yes, sir.
You substitute for U initial. This will be the work done. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
(23) Two satellites of mass M1 and M2 are in the same circular orbit around Earth but are revolving in opposite ends. When they undergo a completely inelastic collision, the combination. See, when it is a perfectly inelastic collision, this is Earth. Right? That means the velocity will decrease.
Yes, sir.
Velocity will be lesser than orbital velocity. If it is lesser than orbital velocity, it's traveling in the tangential direction and velocity becomes lesser than orbital velocity. Goes in a elliptical orbit within the original radius. We have drawn this. If you people recollect, V is lesser than orbital velocity. If it is a completely inelastic collision, velocity of the particle is perpendicular to the radius even now. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So if velocity is perpendicular, there are only three options. Either it should be in a circular path, or it should be an elliptical path with this point at the farthest or the closest distance of it. You agree with that?
Yes, sir.
So, can it be that since velocity is less than the orbital velocity, but it comes to a lower radius orbit where it's
How? I'll have to change the direction, send it into the orbit, again rechange the direction. If ever you are visualizing that velocity decrease, so it should come this way and it should change its orbit. Who will do the changing of the orbit here?
So can't it happen that the elliptical path will somehow become parallel to the circular orbit of lesser radius on its own?
Say that again.
Like when it's going on an elliptical path, at some point,
something else should collide and change its orbit. Or it should fire a rocket propulsion and change its orbit. If not by gravity, it will follow this. Right? It has no choice. If you want to put it in another orbit, you will have to. This is the only possible way when you want to put it in another orbit. This I explained if I'm right. From here, slightly change the velocity, it will go into this orbit. This should be the closest distance of approach, and this should be the farthest distance of approach.
At the farthest distance of approach, it can't on its own get in that required
cannot.
direction.
It will come perpendicular to the radius. Here, if you delay changing the velocity, it will continue in the elliptical orbit this way. Right? As it enters, you change the velocity to this orbital velocity, it will continue. If you draw a circle and send something tangential, here you give the orbital velocity, it will fall into that orbit. You sent it here, and here it enters that tangential.
Okay.
Here, tell me what is the means in which you will change the direction of the orbit for it to fall into a different orbit. We don't have such a means, so it has to be an elliptical orbit. Somebody should pick it up from here, place it here, and give it this orbital velocity.
So,
If not, it cannot change its orbit.
so why can't the orbit be outside the original circle?
Inelastic बोल रहा है ना यार, energy decreases.
Right.
No. 24. A particle is dropped on Earth from height r, and it bounces back to a height r by 2. The coefficient of restitution per collision is, particle is dropped from Earth from a height of r. This is r. You are dropping it from r. This distance is r. Here kinetic energy is 0. Potential energy is minus g capital M small m by 2r. Here kinetic energy I want half mv square minus g capital M small m by r. Can you find out the velocity with which it strikes Earth? Say something.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you equate this to this, you will get the velocity. Now do the reverse. Now this is rising to a height of r by 2. So I know half m v final square minus g capital M small m by r is equal to kinetic energy is 0 and potential energy is minus g capital M small m by r by 2. Now equate the energies and find out v final. Small is v final by v initial.
Sir, 3r by 2.
Pardon?
Sir, 3r by 2 potential energy.
3r by 2. R plus r by 2. He is right. This is r by 2 and this is r. This will become 3r. You are conserving energy at this point, finding out the velocity with which it is striking Earth. Now, after striking, it is rising to a height of r by 2. Conserve energy at this point, find out the height to which it rises.
Copy, sir.
Uh, 26. Two satellites S1 and S2 describe circular orbit of radius r2 respectively around a planet. If the orbital angular velocity of S1 is omega, that of S2 is radius t square directly proportional to r cube. 26. P square directly proportional to r cube. How do you calculate the time period? 2 pi r by v naught. 2 pi r by v naught is under root gm by r. Now T1, T2, this one, if you are not comfortable with this, divide this. T1, R1, R1. T2, 2 pi R2 by root over of gm by R2. Don't get worried that capital M and capital M are different. Their mass of Earth. Satellite mass doesn't come in orbital velocity. Satellite mass doesn't come in orbital velocity. Divide both the equations, you get टाइम पीरियड और व्हाट टाइम पीरियड आ गया तो ओमेगा आ जाएगा. टाइम पीरियड इज 2 पाई बाय ओमेगा. 26th जिसका भी डाउट है, have I addressed it? Twenty-ninth में again. Have a look at this. These few of these questions are picked up from materials from Kota. That's why you will get this language like partially bound orbit. There is nothing called partially bound orbit. Either it is bound or unbound. What they meant is elliptical orbit. Circular orbit, according to them, is perfectly bound orbit. Elliptical orbit is partially bound orbit. That is not the technical language used by Halliday-Resnick or any other standard. So for us, if it is bound orbit, energy is negative. There is nothing like partially bound orbit.
So
It's
what
either
about
bound
G?
or unbound. Bound energy is negative, unbound energy is positive or zero.
So here we basically had to equate the energies, right?
Right. Satellite of mass 5m orbits the Earth in a circular orbit. At one point in its orbit, satellite explodes into two pieces. Conserve momentum. 5m is moving with an orbital velocity. Right? At one point, satellites explodes into two pieces. One of mass capital M and the other of mass 4m. After the explosion, mass m ends up traveling in the same circular orbit in the opposite direction. So 4m will be moving with what velocity? I need to calculate. Right? Capital M is going back in the same orbit in the opposite direction. That means it should have V0 orbital velocity after explosion. Now M gets cancelled out. 5V0, this will be 6V0 by 4 is velocity of the 4M. This will be 3V0 by 2, 1.5 times V0. Right? Is this 1.5 times V0? We remember escape velocity is root 2 times V0.
Yes, sir.
Root 2 is how much? 1.41.
4-1.
Lesser than this. That means the 4m mass acquired a velocity greater than the escape velocity. So it will escape. It will be an unbound orbit.
So can you do this by conservation of energy once?
वही तो करके escape velocity calculate किया ना यार. How did you calculate escape velocity? By conserving energy. And remember, suppose I am taking at this point, escape velocity here is root 2 times V0. I am taking at a higher orbit. Escape velocity here is again root 2 times V0. यहाँ का orbital velocity will be equal to root 2 times orbital velocity will be escape velocity. Wherever you are taking orbital velocity, root 2 times that will be the escape velocity in that orbit. How did you calculate escape velocity? By conserving energy.
So can I do it like I'll let the total energy in the beginning
Yes,
with the
sir, I
5m
did
mass,
it that way only.
then with the
Total
4m mass
mechanics.
and what we need.
No, एक इक्वेशन में जब सॉल्व हो रहा है आपको इतना मजा क्यों मिल रहा है उतना लंबा करने में.
तो वो भी एक
Conservation of
इक्वेशन होता है
momentum.
वो इससे बाउंड ऑर्बिट आ रहा है.
अनबाउंड ही आएगा, जीरो आंसर आ रहा है
कैसे?
सर. वो भी एक स्टेप में भी आ रहा है. 2mv² माइनस 2mv² आता है.
क्या करने से 2mv स्क्वायर आ रहा है? काइनेटिक एनर्जी.
नहीं सर, टोटल मैकेनिकल
total.
एनर्जी फाइनल इक्वल टू टोटल मैकेनिकल एनर्जी इनिशियल करके एक स्टेप में आ गया.
1 सेकंड. बिफोर कोलिशन एंड आफ्टर कोलिशन का आप मैकेनिकल एनर्जी कंजर्व नहीं करो. एक्सप्लोजन जब हो रहा है एनर्जी इज नॉट कंजर्व. एक्सप्लोजन जब हो रहा है वन मास स्प्लिट्स इनटू टू. आपने कभी कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी किया है? पूरा चैप्टर कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम एंड कोलिशंस में. If one mass splits into two, small m is split into small m and capital M minus small m. Because there is no external force, you conserve linear momentum. Unless it is an elastic collision. आपको कहीं पर बोला हुआ है that explosion is elastic?
नो सर.
तो एनर्जी क्यों कंजर्व कर रहे हो?
Right.
अब
That's
एनर्जी
wrong.
कंजर्व कर सकते हो आफ्टर एक्सप्लोजन. नाउ आफ्टर कंजर्विंग मोमेंटम you found out this velocity, right?
Yes, sir.
इस velocity के साथ जब 4m is at this orbit, kinetic energy plus potential energy calculate करके देख लो, your energy will be positive, which tells me it is unbound orbit.
Okay.
इस velocity के साथ 4m is moving. So
Yeah.
its kinetic energy and potential energy calculate करो, that will turn out to be energy positive. So it is unbound.
Okay.
तो करने की जरूरत है ही नहीं. ये वेलोसिटी आने के बाद the moment I see, I know it is escape velocity. फिर से एनर्जी कैलकुलेट करूंगा मैं? नहीं करूंगा.
Nice. Okay, sir. Got it.
One satellite is orbiting around the Earth. In a particular orbit, the time period is t and the orbital speed is v. If another orbit, the orbital velocity is 2v, then the time period is orbital velocity. Time period is 2 pi r by v naught. एक में v naught दे रहा है, एक में 2v दे रहा है. Divide the two equations.
they should have said that it should be circular orbit, right?
Generally, if nothing is told, we assume circular orbit. But very orthodoxly, you're right. They should have told that it is a circular orbit, but they use the word orbital speed. If they say orbital speed, they mean orbit. Orbital velocity word, orbital velocity or orbital speed, whenever we use, we mean it is a circular orbit only, because that will remain constant only in a circular orbit. In an elliptical orbit, speed will not remain constant. Here speed will be different. So the word orbital velocity, orbital speed, these are used only when they are in circular orbits.
Okay, sir.
So V naught and R both are gonna change, right?
V naught and R?
It says in a it says in another orbit.
I didn't get your point.
No, so my doubt is cleared. I mean, R is also gonna change. V naught will also change, right? It's talking about two
For
different.
the other one, I'll take T dash. T dash is 2 pi. Radius क्या change हुआ है? In another orbit, the orbital time period is another orbit. I'll call this R dash. This is 2v naught. Or maybe I took the reverse. Yeah, 2v. Right? Now, v and v naught are dependent on the radius. V naught is under root gm by r. Or replace r in terms of v naught. Do the reverse. This is v naught. V naught is root over of gm by r. So r is equal to gm by v naught square. Substituting this r here. Similarly, r dash here. Divide both, you will get the answer. (32) in a double star system. No, that is the catch. No, binary star system I forgot to cover in that batch. Now, for people for whom I have covered, have a look at it. Now, obviously, this doubt would have been asked by only those students. 32 is binary star system. Keep it pending. Binary star. Since I forgot to cover in some batch.
So I asked.
Okay, for you I covered, is that?
Yes, sir.
What is the answer? Because the answer is given none.
Okay, in a double
Yeah,
star
so
system,
none is
answers are M and 3M. Call this as R1 and R. Time period of each star is. Now, time period of each star, how do I get if I calculate omega? Gm into 3m divided by R1 plus R2 whole square is m omega square R1, or should be equal to m omega square R2. Right? This net total force should be m omega square R1 or m omega square R2. Now have a look at this. Time period of each star. Find out omega from this. Omega will be 2 pi by t. By the way, how do you get R1 and R2? You know the position of the center of mass, right? This is 3m. M into R1 is equal to 3m into R2. R is equal to R1 plus R2. We have done this calculation. How to find out R1 and R2 in terms of R? Do you recollect? R1 will be the other mass 3m by 4m into R. R2 is m divided by 4m into R. Substitute, you get the answer. And I think answer will not match with any one of them. Hence they gave us one. All you have to do is find out omega. Put R1 plus R2 as R. R1 in terms of R. Do I get omega? R1 plus R2, put it as R. And R1 in terms of R, I'll substitute. Will I get omega? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, understood.
Yes. $35. Escape velocity of a planet is VE. A tunnel is dug along a diameter of the planet and a small boy is dropped into it at the surface. When the boy reaches the center of the planet, his speed will be. Conserve the energy. Conserve the energy. A tunnel is dug. You are dropping the boy here. So kinetic energy here is 0. Potential energy is minus G capital M small m by R. Now when he reaches here, what will be the kinetic energy is being asked. What will be the potential energy? Minus G capital M by 2R
2r cube into 3r square.
minus 0 square into small m. Now when I equate both of them, you didn't give me gm value, but you gave me escape velocity. Escape velocity is root over of 2 gm by r. You gave me this. That means b square r by 2 is gm. So यहाँ पर gm और यहाँ पर gm, you will substitute this. You get the answer.
So add one more method. Can we do it like a electrical field inside a solid sphere is equal to V dV by ds?
V dV by ds integrate करोगे?
Yes, sir.
You can. No issue.
So, but उससे आप एक negative sign भी आ रहा था extra.
Because R is decreasing.
Oh, तो फिर वो in that field you have to take negative sign. With that field
dr
itself.
should be negative.
Oh, okay, sir.
You are taking R from the center of Earth, right? And R is decreasing.
Yes, sir.
So dr will be negative.
Oh, okay, sir. Yes, I copied.
Exercise 1 में कोई कुछ और doubts बोल रहे हैं? I then said, well, let us complete this first.
So which exercise are you taking now? 2 only.
Exercise 1 हो गया.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Exercise 2.
So
Question
third.
3.
The
For
ninth.
3, 5, and 9.
7. 6 का C part.
So 6.
Third question में generally students come up with so many shortcuts every year of visualizing something in a different way. Actually, I derive it traditionally because I know the answer. I visualize it in a very innovative way. Mass is at the same distance from the center, so potential is minus gm by capital R. Any small mass you take, it is at the same distance of R. Taken another mass, it is at the same distance of R. Potential is minus gm by R. This is one way of visualizing. Can you prove that mathematically so that we will remember that all throughout? It is like this. You will consider an elemental ring. This angle is theta. What is the radius of the ring? R sine theta. Thickness of the ring is R d theta. dV is minus g dm by root over of radius square plus x square. This is r square sine square theta plus r square cos square theta. Now this is minus dm by r. Now you integrate this. R is a constant, so I'll get minus gm by r. Potential due to hemisphere will be minus g capital M by capital R. Now they did some wire bent in the quarter of a circle. Now see, if you take a semicircular wire, what will be the potential here? Minus
2
g
gm.
by r. Now I fold this onto this side. Mass distribution for any element is the same from here. I fold this on this side. Again, the value will be the same because potential is a scalar. You are taking dm. How do you do this integration here? dv is minus g dm by capital R. You want to integrate. Again, I am left with the same thing, minus g capital M by R. If I take a ring like this, have a look at this. I will take a semicircular ring like this. At the center, distance of every small element is the same, even if I keep whole of the ring on one side. Distance of every small element at the center is the same. So whether I keep the semicircular ring this way or I fold it on one side and I keep it as a quarter of a circle, net total mass from the center remains the same. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Did you people ever see a standing row?
Yes, sir, you showed us.
I showed you people this.
Year ago.
Tell me when I can rub the bow. And what if it is non-uniformly distributed? Makes no difference for me. Integral dm. यहाँ ज्यादा मास ले लो, यहाँ कम मास ले लो, यहाँ और ज्यादा मास ले लो. नेट टोटल dm जब तक कैपिटल M है, मेरे लिए पोटेंशियल will be the same.
So,
Hmm.
I had a doubt. The center of curvature, like the radius of a thin wire, wouldn't be equal to the radius of a quarter of a circle, right?
I'm unable to hear to you here.
So how can the radius be the same in all these cases?
Why will the radius change? You take a ring. This is hemisphere. This has got nothing to do with the radius. I'm talking about the ring. You take a ring like this and you are folding this on this side. You are removing this and you are folding it on this side. Now, why will the radius change? The other side you folded it on this side. Same wire is bent into a quarter of a circle. That means the same wire is bent on this side. So you have here you had small m, here you had small m. Now both put together is capital.
Okay.
So for the A part, we'll have to derive properly, right? After that, we can do all this.
Gravitational potential at the center of a curvature of a thin uniform wire of mass m bent into a semicircular radius is equal to V. Derivation क्या है उसमें? This is the derivation, one step. Semicircular ring ले रहे हो. Thin uniform wire का. What is the derivation?
Sorry. I know what I was thinking.
It is not field, it's potential.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Six. An Earth
Sir, you
satellite.
can erase this problem. Sir, I got the answer. You can
Somebody
skip
else
this problem.
need it?
My doubt got cleared.
Fifth, a communication satellite should be a geostationary satellite, so it should go in the direction of Earth's rotation. Right? Communication satellite is a geostationary satellite.
So I had the doubt, why is the B part correct here?
Can be in the equatorial plane only. I explained here.
No,
This cannot be a communication satellite. It must be in the equatorial plane. अगर इस तरफ है, now see, the country is here. You cannot have a geostationary communication satellite. The satellite will be going this way and the country will be going around the globe this way. Communication satellite is one which is always above you. If not, how will you use for communication? Satellite communication, I will send the signal from my cell phone to the dish antenna or the server or the antenna, local antenna will send it to the satellite is sending it to you. Right? So you need the satellite above your country. 24 hours if you have the satellite above you, it's possible. That's possible only in equatorial plane. So what do these countries do? They will be using multiple satellites this way. I dealt with this in detail. Do you people recollect this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. You were told in the class.
Seven. Two satellites of same mass of a planet in circular orbit have periods of revolution 32 days and 256 days. If the radius of the orbit of the first is x, then t square directly proportional to r cube. T1, R1, T2, R2. Divide both. Nine. A satellite S is moving in an elliptical orbit around the Earth. Mass of the satellite is very small compared to the mass of the Earth. Makes no difference actually. Mass of the satellite doesn't interfere with the problem ever. He's confusing the kids, that's all. Acceleration of S is always directed towards the center of the Earth. Obviously, yes. Angular momentum of S about the center of the Earth changes its direction, but its magnitude remains the same. It doesn't change the direction. Satellite doesn't change its direction, right? Satellite is either going in anti-clockwise or clockwise. west to east or east to west. R cross P, angular momentum both by magnitude and direction is conserved. Angular momentum both by magnitude and direction is conserved. Total mechanical energy is conserved. I have told you clearly, after Kepler's laws, two things on which the problems will be based, whether a satellite going around the Earth or a planet going around the Sun. Angular momentum is conserved, total mechanical energy is conserved. B is wrong because it's saying direction of the angular momentum changes. It doesn't, it's conserved. Total mechanical energy periodically varies is wrong. It is conserved. Linear momentum of the satellite remains constant in magnitude. Linear momentum, direction may change, but magnitude bol raha hai, it will remain constant if it is an elliptical, if it is a circular orbit. But here it is an elliptical orbit, so velocity will change, both magnitude and direction. Ninth one, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
लोग है कि नहीं? Somebody please solve C of the seventh part. Seventh
Sir, I
question.
had just one doubt. I had one doubt in 9th C. So the gravity.
Ninth C, 1 second. Ninth question C bit.
Yes, sir.
Bolo.
So won't gravity do work in that 9th C part? Like it's an elliptical orbit, so the force is not always perpendicular to the direction, the motion. So gravity will do work, right? So won't it change the total energy?
You are taking it for one complete time period, total mechanical energy will remain conserved here.
So, but it is selling if total, it is selling total mechanical energy of S varies periodically with time. So with like if it is changing throughout the orbit, then it will vary periodically with time, right?
You're putting it between 2 points of the total mechanical energy remains constant even there. Suppose you're taking.
So, but gravity is doing work, right?
You mean in one particular part it is doing work. From here till here you're taking. You're taking in one particular part. Here and here, suppose if I take for one complete circle or even here. Here what happens? V is perpendicular to Earth. V is perpendicular to Earth.
So, but their output varies periodically with time. So, you can take small displacement also to show variance, right?
They will not mean that here. You want to
gravitation is conservative now, so won't that just be potential energy?
Yes, sir.
So the question is
mechanical energy बोल रहा है, kinetic energy भी लेना है. S varies periodically.
But sir, कोई external force तो work ही नहीं कर रहा है, तो फिर change क्यों होगा total mechanical energy?
So the network is zero. Wait. Yeah, they are right. Work done by conservative plus work done by non-conservative plus external is changed in kinetic energy. Now non-conservative and external are zero, right? So total mechanical energy, this is delta E, will be equal to delta P. So delta TME.
Got it, sir.
Will be zero. No, 9 question. We discussed 9 just.
Sir. Sir, you just said that total mechanical energy will remain constant, but TME of satellite will change, right? Periodically. Of the system with the Earth, it will remain constant.
Naturally, Earth is not moving nowhere as far as satellite is concerned. As far as satellite is concerned, you are taking Earth to be at rest.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, there is a small tricky situation here. I have not done binary star system in one batch, probably 1 or 2 batches, right? So I'll have to keep this exercise 3 pending. Exercise 3 में question 4 to 8 are binary star systems here.
So you can take
Yes,
HCV
sir.
route then.
Wait,
can you take
exercise
last-
4
So
खत्म
can
कर
you take
देंगे.
other questions except 4 to 8?
Piecemeal wise होगा क्यों exercise 3 as it is I'll finish off in one class. Exercise 4 खत्म कर देंगे.
So we finished exercise 4, right, at the start of the class.
1 or 2 we did. If there are any, somebody was asking one more question. Exercise 4 खत्म कर देंगे.
So, and in questions for IIT-JEE, I had one answer key issue with questions. So could you take that as well? It does not include binary system.
कहाँ का question?
The last year
Uh,
IIT-JEE
IIT-JEE.
problems.
Okay, first exercise 4 खत्म करो.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Question 2.
So 11 and 12.
4th.
Who is this 11 and 12 here? Starting of the class वही तो किया ना यार मैंने.
Sorry, sir. I joined 10 minutes.
I'll send the recording. बोलो. 2.
The 4 as well.
The third.
So someone said third.
I heard it as
Sir,
4.
Sir, 7. 7. 7.
No. 7th one, have a look at it. You have small m and an infinite long wire here, right? Where lambda x is equal to lambda by 4, lambda by x, sorry. So it is dependent on x, right? This distance is d. If I consider a small element dm at a distance of x, force will be g m dm divided by x squared. G m dm is lambda dx divided by x squared. G m, what is lambda? Lambda is this one. All this is lambda naught so that you people don't get confused. This is lambda naught by x into dx by x squared. This is dx. Integrate this from d to infinity. That's your answer. Bring x cube to the denominator. Then x to the denominator. X into x square is x cube. That should be the answer for the 7th.
So we did this some in the class, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Maybe in one batch I have done and one batch I did not. God.
Got it.
Second problem, may you have a sphere and a thin rod here. This is of radius r, this is of length l. Sphere is of mass capital M, this is of mass small. Right? They wanted the gravitational force. Consider a small element dx at a distance of x. df is g capital M lambda dx divided by x squared. What is lambda? Lambda is mass per unit length. G capital M mass per unit length into dx divided by x squared. This is df. Integrate this from r to r plus l. G capital M small m l, everything will come out. Dx by x square you will integrate from r to r plus l.
Noted, sir.
Third question. It's a thin rod and smaller. This is L. He wants the potential energy between them. He wants the potential energy of the gravitational interaction of a point mass if they are located along a straight line. Consider a small element dm at a distance of x. Potential energy is minus gm into dm divided by x is the potential energy. Minus gm. What is the mass of this rod? Same mass दिया हुआ है? Same mass.
Yes, sir.
So mass per unit length into dx divided by x. So minus gm square by L integral dx by x is integral du. Least value of x is a, maximum value of x is a.
Sir, a minus L by 2 and a plus L by 2.
A minus L by 2 and a plus L by 2 because a is the distance from here, right?
So could you do the first question as well?
Pardon?
Question 5.
Particle of mass m is placed at the center of curvature of a fixed uniform circular semicircular ring of radius. Calculate the force of interaction between them. Somebody asked fourth question, am I right? Did I see that properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Fourth is field inside a cavity. We have done this in the class. Rho r by 3 epsilon naught. 3 where it's electrostatic formula. Fourth question, inside the cavity 4 by 3 pi rho g small r. Inside a cavity, not fair. Even if you look at your notes, you will not ask this as a doubt. Fourth question, it depends on only the distance between the two centers. Inside the field will remain constant. We have done this. You are not supposed to forget the result. Fifth, particle of mass small m is placed at the center of curvature of C. Particle of mass small m, center of curvature, uniform semicircular ring of mass capital M and radius. Now, do I know the field for this semicircular ring?
2g lambda.
2g lambda by r. So force will be m into 2g lambda by r. What is the value of lambda? Capital M by pi r.
Okay, so got it.
Now, what was somebody asking? This is exercise 4, right?
Yes, sir. इसके बाद वाला exercise.
इसके बाद वाला मेरा सिस्टम में दिख नहीं रहा है. I'm scrolling down. I'm stuck here. You
So
see
should I
this?
send it on the group?
This is exercise 5 minutes. Previous JEE question.
Yes, sir.
Tell me which year का question है यार? Previous JEE question papers. Which year?
So 2013.
2013.
One or more correct.
Read out the question.
Two bodies, each of mass m, are kept fixed with a separation 2L. A particle of mass small m is projected.
or JE advanced? 1 second.
Sir, बस 2013 लिखा है.
Yes, sir.
8 seconds. 2013.
So in that sum, I guess there's a problem with the answer because two options with two different expressions for velocities are given correct.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The question starts with two masses.
Two bodies, each of mass capital M, are kept fixed with a separation 2L. A particle of mass small m is projected from the midpoint of the line joining their centers perpendicular to the line. The gravitational constant is capital G. The correct options are
2013 I can see 3 questions here. None of them match with what you are saying. I think I have
What
the
answer
idea
did
of that
everybody
question. Have a look. You are telling me two masses. This is capital M and capital.
So I got an answer, but I think there's a problem with the answer key. That's what I wanted to say.
That is what I can verify as well. But incidentally, in this, I don't find that question which you are telling me. Right. This is 40 years up till 2015 ka hai. Two masses connected. There is only 1.5 page of gravitation, and I don't see that question. To cross verify your
Okay, sir, आप फिर solve कर दो, cross check हो जाएगा.
वही तो कर रहा हूँ.
So minimum initial velocity of mass m to escape the gravitational field of the two bodies ढूंढना है और m, and the last option is energy of mass m remains constant. So the last option should be correct, right?
Energy of mass m.
Yeah.
You are giving a velocity v for it. This distance is given as d and d.
L and L, yeah.
L and L. L and L. No. What is the total mechanical energy here? Minus G capital M small m by L into 2 plus half m V square should be 0.
Yeah.
So V will be equal to, this will go 4 times Gm by L with a square.
So the last option, should it be correct? It says that the energy of mass small m should be remains constant.
Why?
Because
Referring to before I give the escape velocity and after I give the escape velocity, energy will not remain constant. Once I give the velocity, thereafter energy remains constant. It becomes 0 the moment I give this velocity.
Okay.
Initially, when small m is kept between the two masses, and after giving the orbital velocity, I wish I could spot this question, but I recollect this question.
Sir, shall I send it on the group? Or shall
Yes,
I send it on the
sir.
Zoom chat?
Yeah,
now?
because I recollect this question. I know that question, but I don't know why it is not there here.
तो scammed book है.
अरे नहीं, ये अरविंद का book है, 40 years GE का है. वो specially he gave that as a specimen copy and went 2019 में.
Sir, for that answer is BD, I guess. That's
1
what
second. Somebody sent on the group, right? I'm opening up the WhatsApp. It will take 1 minute. Have patience. This is the problem.
The DC Pandey gave you this.
No, Arihant guy is here.
So flagship के group पे रहेगा.
कुछ आया, 1 सेकंड रुको. किसी ने भेजा है, शायद आपने ही भेजा है.
हाँ.
This is JEE mains question. Sorry, इसमें नहीं होगा. Say, I recollect this question. No, that year while releasing this key, we also had this problem. But energy of mass remains constant. He didn't tell you before and after you give the escape velocity.
Sir, actually the
Particle of
question it
mass
is
is
not mentioned
projected from
also.
the midpoint of the line joining their centers perpendicular to the line. Correct statements are energy of small m remains constant. Now that's so open-ended that you can argue on both sides. After giving escape velocity, will the energy remain constant?
Yes.
Till it escapes is one argument. Second, yes, it will remain constant. But what they are referring to is, according to their key also, JEE mains give B minimum velocity. What is the answer key given? B and D.
A and C is given. Answer key. It's
Initial
absurd.
velocity of mass m to escape from gravity of the two bodies is. Nahin, C will not be the answer. Only B will be the answer according to JEE mains people. We gave B and D as the answers. By chance there is a misprint, it is not B and C, it is B and D according to us. But JEE mains people gave only B that year.
So whenever there's like a open-ended question, we should not mark it for as per JEE.
No, listen. For JEE Advanced, I can tell you what is to be done. JEE mains mein the problem is with such type of, and every year you'll have at least one or two such type of controversies. The biggest trouble with them is, if you have a trouble with their key, they'll ask you to contest it by paying some amount. And people who pay that amount and contest it alone will get marks. This is unfair. There is nothing I can do about it. JEE mains में this question, people who contested got marks. उसके लिए then it was 1,000 rupees payment. Now they have reduced them. But people who contested a wrong question will get marks if the JEE committee decides that the question is wrong. All will not be given the marks.
Wow.
क्या
Okay.
logic है मेरी समझ के बाहर. Their
And so for
explanation-
advanced?
Advanced is very rational. If a question is wrong, they take a call. Either they change the key or they'll give it bonus for all.
Okay, sir.
IIT people are very rational. JEE mains mein the problem is, if it is a wrong question, we are in soup. Should we answer it? Should we not answer it? You don't answer it. Even if the question is wrong, they'll not give you the mark. You answered it, you are inviting a negative mark. Money will come back only for people who are given the bonus.
Wow.
If they find the question to be wrong and the key is corrected, the money will come back. The others, it is gone.
So why
Don't
was D given wrong
tell us
then?
that they are making lot of money out of it. We have to pay because their argument is, if we don't keep certain monetary point in view, everybody will be contesting every question. It will take 1 year for them to settle all the scores.
So why was
बात है.
get the reason? So energy of small mass small m will remain constant, right?
Before you give and after you give.
Oh.
Now, which one we don't know? Which 2 points are they comparing the energy?
Okay, sir.
Fine. See you people in the next class. Exercise 3 of gravitation is pending. I'll finish it off this week itself somewhere in one of the lectures in the last half an hour. Whichever
So,
section.
I have another doubt.
Arey nahi, nahi.
So please, it's just one last question of the booklet, please.
Bolo.
So statement 1 says that an astronaut in an orbiting space station above the Earth experiences weightlessness. Statement 2, an object moving around the Earth under the influence of Earth's gravitational force in a state of free fall. So how is this correct explanation of statement 1?
Statement free fall. What is the acceleration of that body which is going around the small? A body is going around the. This is a body is going around the. What is the acceleration? AC will be v square by r.
Yeah.
And what will that be equal to small g?
Oh, okay. तो free fall हो गया जी. हाँ. Okay.
So that pseudo gravity question we did in class. So I was trying that with the other method, but the answers in matching.
Gravity.
Not pseudo gravity, pseudo planet. Right. One more planet we assume now for SHM question.
HCV wala.
SCV. That I was trying with the other method with my answers in matching. If I send it to you, can you check it sometime?
Send it
What
to
I'm
me
doing.
today only. Today evening I am free. I'll get it done after 8:30.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So in the class, we did one energy concept. In that, we took a circular orbit and we found that energy, potential energy, kinetic energy expression, that minus gm upon 2r. Sir, but for the elliptical, same will happen.
Same derivation. It's a standard derivation in your engineering first year when you use this textbook Kleppner and Kolenko. In that it is given for elliptical orbits, and then from elliptical orbits he will give for one case of a circular orbit. Why didn't you do it for elliptical orbit? Look at your syllabus. They clearly laid Kepler's laws in bracket circular orbits only. So we did only for circular orbits, both JEE mains and advanced.
So sir, it is true for elliptical orbit, right?
It is true. You can bank on it.
Sir, in that exploding satellite question, won't there be an external force of the Earth on the satellite?
Radial, perpendicular direction. Mein. You conserve momentum in the tangential direction. External force is towards the center of the Earth.
So in anyways, gravity is non-impulsive, right? We can conserve linear momentum.
In a large scale, maybe it becomes impulsive. Massive Earth, when compared to normal gravity, is different. It can be impulsive, but even if not, it's in the perpendicular direction. The orbit is going in circular orbit. This is Earth. I am conserving momentum in this direction. Gravity is towards the center.
Yes, sir.
And sir, one last doubt. Sir, if we are solving some question which involves like Earth and Moon, so while solving that, why we not take the forces which are acting by other planets?
कितने consider करोगे? Planets के बाद Milky Way galaxy का so many stars are there. कितने forces? Actually, the other planets are the root cause why the orbits become elliptical. If not, Sun is so massive that he can keep all its planets in circular orbit. The other planets are also contributing to certain force. That is why it becomes slightly elliptical when you are going outwards.
Okay.
And actually there will be, but as a problem, we will not be able to take 9 forces on Earth, right?
Yes, sir.
See you people in the next class. Good day. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.